Minerva TV. My name's Joan Ellis and today I'm really pleased to be able to share with you another fabric from Minerva's core range of fabrics. This one is their enzyme washed 100% linen fabric. It comes in a really wide range of colours, but today I'm going to feature just 10 of those colours in this video. We're going to have a close-up look at the fabric, at how it handles and its surface qualities, and then I'm going to share some patterns with you that I think would work really well with this fabric. So let's have a close-up look at the enzyme washed 100% linen from Minerva's core range. So I just wanted to have a little look at the surface qualities of this linen fabric. Some linen fabrics are really smooth in their appearance, but this one has a little bit of a slub going across the warp and down the weft. So you can see a little bit of texture to the surface of the fabric, which I think gives this fabric a really nice quality. Now it does crease. I'm going to show you that, but I mean, we know that all linen fabrics do crease, but of course this texture that we've got in the warp and weft, you can see there, does kind of compensate for that a little. This fabric is 136 centimetres wide and comes in a really wide range of really pretty colours, as well as those kind of classic shades. It's got a really nice handle to it. I'd say it's a medium weight fabric. It's going to be great for trousers, skirts, tops, jackets, any kind of separates you can make from this fabric. I'd say certainly this is, I'd call this a mid-tone range. It's not see-through. We will have a little look at the white fabric together and just check that one out in a few minutes. But I think this is a really great quality, and it's got a really nice drape and it's got a really nice soft handle due to that enzyme washing that this fabric has gone through. So here's my first 5 colours that I've chosen to show you, and I've grouped them together in 2 complementing groups of 5 colours so I can go through them easily with you. So we've got this lovely rosy pink. I'd say it's on the slightly on the peach spectrum, but it's a really pretty pink. Would be lovely in the summer, teamed with white. Then we have a pure white linen. Now I just wanted to check the transparency of this fabric with you. I've got my hand underneath one layer of this fabric, so it is a little bit see-through, but not desperately. But you might want to line garments with a finer linen or maybe a cotton, so that you can avoid your garment being transparent if you need it not to be. So the white is a little bit see-through, but it's a really nice, clean, crisp white is what I'd say. Then we've got a classic taupey colour. Minerva call this stone, but it's a great colour, neutral colour for teaming with other colours, and a great kind of colour to have in your wardrobe. Oops. Now this is one of my favourite colours. This is a really pretty colour. It's called lavender, and it's a mauvey, a soft bluey mauve colour. So really pretty colour. And then my favourite colour that I featured earlier when we were looking at the surface quality of this particular fabric, and this fabric is called teal. So here's the second group of colours that I'd like to share with you. They're kind of mid-tones to darker tones this time. Again, really lovely blue. This blue is called denim. It's coming up much bluer on my camera than it is. I'd call this more of a petrol-y blue or a dark teal. It's certainly got kind of a greeny tinge to it, which I'm not seeing on my camera. But a really lovely classic colour, and a colour that I find, being blonde, a really easy colour to wear. This next colour is a limey green. Minerva actually call it chartreuse, but again, a really lovely classic colour and a great colour to maybe team with the denim or with the pewter that I'm going to show you next. This is the pewter, which is a great colour again, classic colour, really good for mixing and matching with things. It's a mid grey and a really good grey. I like this colour. And next we have a coral. Now this is coming up really bright on my camera. I guess it is quite a bright colour, but it's a classic coral colour, and great if you want a splash of colour for those summer garments. And lastly, I've got a classic navy. It's a really nice navy. It's quite a dark navy, but a really good navy. So they're my top 10 colours that I wanted to share with you. And I'm now going to just have a look at half a dozen patterns and some colour combinations that I think might work for those patterns. So the first pattern I'm going to share with you is a style arc pattern, and it's their pattern named Blair. Now I chose this pattern because of the seam line running across the bust or just under the bust, and I thought this was a great pattern if you wanted to mix and match two of our Enzyme wash linens together. So I've teamed the teal with the white, which I think would make a really great crisp summer combo. Or alternatively, how about going for the chartreuse with the navy? Either one of those I think would look great mixed and matched together. You could even get some cover buttons made for down the front, and maybe put navy buttons on the chartreuse and chartreuse buttons on the navy, and really make this Blair pattern your own with your colour combination. Now, Simplicity 9111 is one of my all-time favourite patterns. I've made it up several times, and I know how to make it by heart now. I've made it so many times. I've chosen the rose pink Enzyme wash linen because it's similar to what you see on the sleeve of this pattern, so you kind of know what it's going to look like. But I've also chosen the stone. Now I've actually made these trousers up in a very similar fabric in this stone colour, and I find them a really, really useful garment to have in my wardrobe. In particular, I think this fabric works really well for this pattern because you can see we've got those little pleats at the front, but this fabric has got some good good drape that's going to work well with that wrap style that you've got on the front. And I've made this pattern up as shorts, as trousers, as a skirt. I've made all the combinations up, and they all work and wear really, really nicely. So I'd really recommend that pattern and this fabric, pairing them together and having a go at Simplicity 9111. If you're a beginner, So Different boxy raglan is going to be a fab make for you. It's really simple, classic styling, really easy to put together, and this fabric will be really easy to work with. Now I've just chosen the white version of the fabric, because I think with such a classic style, making a little white top in such a classic style, you're going to be able to wear it with anything and everything all summer. So to have maybe a boxy raglan made in the white, and then if it really works for you, maybe making one in a brighter colour, such as this lovely coral, you are going to be able to wear them all summer and mix and match them with the rest of your wardrobe. The nice thing about this fabric is it's got a little bit of body to it, but it's reasonably soft as well. So I think making up that style, it's going to hang really nicely, but you're still going to keep that boxy appearance. Paper Theory's Zadie jumpsuit is an absolute classic style. It suits lots of different body shapes. If you go on Minerva's website or on Instagram, you will see lots of posts about the Zadie jumpsuit, and you will be able to see how well it suits so many different body shapes. It's a really, really simple style. So if you're just getting into making trousers, or you want to make a jumpsuit for the first time, the Zadie jumpsuit I think is one for you. And I've just chosen two classic colours that I think are going to be easy to wear, and that's the denim blue and the pewter grey. And I think either of those would work really well for the Zadie jumpsuit. And then if it's a bit of a cooler day, you can put some sort of long sleeve top underneath your jumpsuit, and these two colours are going to work well with lots of other colours. So New Look Style 6271, I've chose this because it's a great pattern, because you get 3 different garments in that one pattern, and all of them are suitable for beginners, or if you just want a garment that you can run up really quickly. You've got shorts, you've got skirts, and you've got wide leg trousers. Really nice, easy fit with just a little bit of gathering around the waist. I think this fabric is soft enough. I'm just going to gather it up a little bit for you. Is soft enough. You can see that that's going to gather quite nicely, but it's going to hold its shape. So where you've got that A-line shape or those wide leg trousers, the garment's going to hold its shape, but it's not going to feel too bunchy around the waist. Any of our colourways are going to look fantastic in this garment, but I've chosen this pretty lavender because I think any of those styles would look really nice made up in the lavender. And finally, I've chosen Chalk and Notches fringe dress or blouse. I think you could make this up at any length, so you could have it dress length, tunic length, shorter for a blouse or top. And I've chosen the navy because we've got the navy on the sleeve of their pattern. You can see we've got some gathering around the waist and a much more fitted button through top. But what a classic little dress or tunic that would make. This fabric is going to make up really nicely. it's going to give you that more tailored shape for the top half, the bodice part of this garment, and then you've got the gathered skirt on the bottom half of this garment, and I think this fabric's going to work really well. If you don't fancy the navy but still want a classic colour, you might go for either the stone or the pewter. And then, of course, if you want something a little bit brighter, any of these colours would work well, but my top one would be this lovely denim blue. I just think that would be a really easy colour to wear. Well, I hope you find that video really useful. Don't forget, as always, share your makes with us at Minerva. We love to see what you've been making, and we'd love to see what you create out of our Enzyme linen. So, until next time.